Hola! We're doing the energy update for the month of December, and a theme that is coming through is awakening from the slumber. So you might find yourself having flashbacks or memories from childhood or the past resurfacing. You might find emotions, unresolved emotions, or emotional states that you weren't fully aware that they were present there. Those might be coming to the surface. Different dreams or visions that have been either placed to the side or squashed down. Some of this even feels connected to childhood. If you were told it's silly to think or want to do specific things, it's not practical, you can't make money, on and on and on of what the stories may have been for you growing up. And it just feels like this stuff is starting to rise up to the surface. And when we're saying awakening from the slumber, they've been dormant. So it's not that they haven't always been there. It's not that these things haven't always been there, but they might not have had that space or room to be looked at, to be acknowledged, to be experienced, to be felt, especially some of these emotions that could be coming to the surface for you. And now, because there's been so much work that we've been doing individually and collectively, so many of us out there, I see you, so many of us out there have been choosing to better ourselves, choosing to live lives that feel more aligned, to choose to be more authentic, to choose to live a life of integrity, to choose, and I keep saying this word choose because it is a choice. You get to choose how you are and how you show up in the world, and the impact that you want to make or not make. And so these things have been there, they've been dormant, especially for the dreams, right? You could have even been telling yourself, oh, maybe next time, or I'll get to it later, or who am I to think that I can do this? You could be questioning who you are to think you can do this. And it's really important to know if you've got these longings in your heart, they're not coming out of nowhere. When you've got these dreams and desires, what ways can you really believe in yourself and know that, yes, it can be scary to go after your dreams. Yes, it can be scary. You might not quote unquote succeed the first time either. So many folks just want to give up right away. It's like, oh, that didn't work. I'm going to give up right away. Oh, it's a sign. I'm not supposed to be doing it. Better give up. Yes, that could be true. We can get these barriers or blocks that happen where, okay, like you keep hitting dead ends. Maybe it's time to pivot. It doesn't necessarily mean give up. So often there can be this belief that, who are you to pull it off, and you might as well just give up, or you might as well not even start. So that could be going on for you mentally as well. But something to really pay attention to this month is when feelings arise, when feelings come to the surface, because if they've been repressed, if you haven't even fully known that they've been present and active in your system, even to think about it from that perspective, if you haven't been aware or known that they're present and active in your system, you don't even know that some of these feelings and emotions could be actually dictating how you're responding to things in the world, how you're making choices. So if there are feelings that come up to the surface that might be uncomfortable, it's encouraged to go into the feelings. You don't need to lose yourself in the emotions. You don't need to overanalyze everything. But at the same time, the first step is to acknowledge that they're there. So if you want to cry, cry. If you're angry and you want to scream, or scream into a pillow, or yell, or whatever that is, write it out. If you're angry, feel the anger. Don't let it stay inside. If there's sadness, feel the sadness. Don't let it stay inside. the biggest thing that we could say out of all of this is anything that you're feeling, any of those emotions, it's really important to not keep them trapped inside, to let them have that movement, to let them have that expression in whatever way that it is, not doing harm to yourself or others, and allowing it to move, not keeping it trapped in the body. An awakening from the slumber. There could be these memories. I keep hearing memories. So either from childhood for you, or, the past experiences, and even alternate life streams. There could be memories coming to the surface, and it might not fully make sense to you. So it could either be this way, it doesn't fully make sense to you, or the light bulbs just go off. Everything starts to click. Everything starts to make sense because now you see it, now you're aware of it, now you remember it. So we've been so programmed to go about our day. You get up, you do this, you've got your routine, you've got your structure, you go to work, you go home, you sleep, you repeat. That's the program. And we've been so indoctrinated with it. And at the same time, where are those opportunities for you to invite magic into your life? Even though you have the routine and even though you have the structure, we're not just flesh and blood and human. Yes, we are human. We're here. We're having a human experience. But what is that spark within you? We have a soul. We have a spirit. And the spirit is free. The spirit is expansive. And being locked into those programs and those structures and those routines, you can put blinders on. So even through this awakening from the slumber, as you start to process or really move through the emotional realms, even the memories that come up, for you to really open up your eyes. And I know some of you do this already, but looking for miracles around, looking for synchronicities, looking for those simple pleasures in life. So this is an invitation to do that, an encouragement to do that. Where can you find the simple pleasures in life? It could be you're making, a coffee or a tea, and you stop and you pause and you smell and you inhale and you receive it and you enjoy it. There's so much distraction too, so much go, so much distraction. And it's important to give yourself space and the grace and to be slow. It just feels like there's going to be a lot of emotional things coming up for many folks in this upcoming month. And to honor yourself, to honor what you need, to feel all the feels, not get lost in them, to feel all the feels, so that you don't have to take that forward with you into the new year, the new cycle. We're closing out a 9-year. 2026 is all new energies. Do you want to keep bringing the baggage from the past with you into the new year? The emotions are coming to the surface for a reason. The memories are coming to the surface for a reason. To be acknowledged, to be held, to be loved, to be experienced, to be let go. Lots of love.